I'm so praying today that gives me the right words for you. Let me ask you a question. Have you been getting a sense the last couple days that maybe life has something better in store for you? Have you been getting that feeling, like kind of those butterflies in your stomach? You know what I'm talking about, right? Those butterfly feelings. All great things in life come right after the butterflies, by the way. And if you're not getting those feelings, you best find them in the next 40 minutes. Because let me tell you something, those of you that said, yes, your life can be better. You can be happier. And I know you said, listen to me, the same God that breathed life into you, when he breathed life into you, he breathed a dream into your soul. And when I say God, you listen, when I say God throughout this talk, that's how you see God, not how I see God. Your version of God. You see it your way as we talk about this today. Your version. But let me say to you right now, he breathed a dream into your soul. In fact, there'd be no other reason for you to be born. There's no other reason for you to be born. What would life be like without a dream? Without the ability to help other people, to contribute, to have a chase, to have a reason to be here. And when you were little, you knew it, didn't you? You knew there was something special about you. You're a little boy, little girl, you had this sense about you, like, you know what? My life's supposed to be special. I'm gonna do something great. And then from the first time somebody at school bullied you, or criticized you, or you made a mistake, or your parents said, no, don't do that, no. We start moving further and further away from God, from our dream. But you were born, and by the way, your dream isn't even what you think it is. A dream is a feeling. It's not a jet, or a car, or a house, or an amount of money. It's how you think those things will make you feel. A dream is a feeling. And by the way, most of those dreams are gonna show up looking completely different than you expect them to. The person you're married to is probably not an identical twin to who you dreamed of when you were a kid. I doubt when you were 6 years old you went, I wanna be in this thing where we recruit people and sell life insurance. That was your dream. Am I right? Dreams show up in different ways because it's not what they look like or what they are, because you're not unhappy right now because of what you don't have in your life. You're not unhappy because you don't have a car. The reason you're unhappy is the feelings in your life do not match up to what your dream is inside, to what you know you could feel like. And here's the irony of it. I just want to get you to get this. God sowed that dream into your heart for one reason, a God-sized dream. I'm talking about the big one. The one where you're proud of you, where you're strong, where you're faithful, where you're confident, where you're contributing, where you feel like you're on path to your destiny. He sowed that dream into your heart to draw you closer to him. I just want you to understand that when you move away from your dream, when you quit this, if you do, you are not just quitting this, you are quitting getting closer to the man or woman you were born to be, and ultimately closer to God when you move away from chasing your dream. I want you to get it. I want you to understand what's on the line here. Just your dadgum destiny, just your family's future for generations is on the line here. Because let me tell you why. God knows for you to achieve your biggest dreams, you will inevitably come to the conclusion that you need him. He will draw you closer to him by you chasing the dream. Because you will arrive at a point when you're chasing your dream where what you know is not enough. How well trained you are is not enough, man. And if you're smart, you'll come to the conclusion, I don't quit, I go to my faith, I go to my strength, I persevere, I move forward, I rise higher. That's the conclusion you come to. And you'll have to forgive me today if I'm fired up, but it's just 30,000 of my favorite freaking people in the world. And I know this company, I know how special we are. You step back and look at what a miracle it is you're here. What a miracle it is this company exists. We're a company of destiny. Every time we've hit a critical moment, and we're at one right now, by the way, we always find a way to go to the next level. We always rise higher. Don't quit. I don't like when they say, stand up if this is your first convention. I don't like that crowd, because I don't think about that. I think about where were these precious souls that were so excited last year? What happened to my beautiful brothers and sisters? Along the way, like most people, they suffer from average. Average is like this injection of anesthetic into your life. It numbs you. It's like a slow asphyxiation, and you eventually succumb to it. You just go back to being average and ordinary. So you gotta rely on your faith during those times. Are you with me on that? Say yes.
Yes!
It's interesting how God works on this stuff too, because he only gives us each of us has the exact amount of time every day. We get 86,400 seconds every day. And you can pray all day. But if you don't plant the seeds, there's no harvest. So listen to me. How you use those 86,400 seconds needs a change. You got to do something about you. This isn't all rah-rah and hype and bubblegum and dreams and rainbows. You got to fix it and start do something about you. Because listen to me. Winners win and losers lose. If you got a culture in your life right now, and it's okay. Some of you say to me, you don't know how messed up my life is, man. The disarray, it's a mess. Listen to me. Your mess does not disqualify you from making your dream come true. You are not disqualified because your life's a mess. In fact, maybe it's supposed to be right now. You're supposed to do something great with your life, but you either build a culture of winning in your life, where you keep the promises you make to yourself, and you get small win after small win after small win, or you build a culture in your life of blaming other people. You're either going to be a victim or a victor, not both. And I want to get one thing straight with you, by the way. I like Transamerica. We are not a gosh darn Transamerica company. We're a transformation company. That's what we are. Stop talking so dadgum much about sophisticated, impressive things and start to talk to people's dreams and their hearts and how we transform their lives. You'll find folks a whole lot less skeptical than when you just keep trying to impress them with how special we are. Let's be real. I'm a complete goofball, so are you. But when you start talking to people's hearts and their dreams and their souls, you can enroll someone who won't quit here. But if you play to their motives are money, cars, houses. That's motivation. You play to someone's motives. But if you inspire, the root of inspire is to be in spirit. Be inspirational, not motivational. In spirit of the things that really matter to those people. Does that make sense? Everybody say yes. Yes. So, people say time is precious. I don't think you understand how precious it is. The average person now, I know about that 100-year video. Let me just give you the facts. The average person lives 78 years. 78, right now. By the way, men are catching up to women because we're driving y'all so friggin' crazy. You're dying sooner than we used to. It's true. But actually, you don't get 78 years, man. You don't get 78. Because you spend 28 of those years asleep. Literally, the average person. By the way, they also say of those 28 years, the average human being who's distraught and empty, without a dream, worried, stressed, knowing they're not on path to getting closer to God, to chasing their dream, to becoming who they were born to be, all that crap, they spend 11 hours of those 28 up at night worrying and stressed. Then mix in work, that's 10 and a half hours, sitting in traffic, internet, TV, basic chores, childcare, stuff like that. Let me tell you what it leaves you. The average person who lives a full life will have 8 years of living. 8 years, that's what you get. And what matters in those 8 years are those moments where you do get the butterflies. Every great moment in your life came right after the butterflies. High school football game, your wedding day, the day your kids were born. Did you get that little tickle? You know the tickle? Yes or no? You know what I'm talking about? That's God going, hello, you're about to do something special. You should be getting them right now. How many of you are getting them right now?
Woo!
That means you belong here. That means you belong here. You wouldn't be getting them if you didn't belong here. Because I didn't give you them, you didn't give you them. Where'd they come from? Isn't it the most bizarre feeling in your entire life are those butterflies? You catch them sometimes, you're like, what? You ever get them like that? Because it didn't come from you. It's in going, right thing, chase it. When we get older, we avoid the butterflies. When we were a kid, we ran towards it. When we get older, we run away from things that make us uncomfortable. You will be punished for being comfortable almost always in your life. You'll be punished for comfort. You'll be rewarded for chasing uncomfortable, uncertain things. In fact, the quality of your life most of the time is going to be made up by how much uncertainty you can deal with at any given time. Ask any person in this room, you know a leader in this room who's not in their game anymore? They tried to get really comfortable, they got comfortable, and now they're miserable and don't work anymore. They were far happier when they were broke, chasing it in the base shop. Far happier when they were trying to get wealthy when they got wealthy, because now they're comfortable. Comfort is a formula. Something just go off? Just my heart going off there. Okay. It's my pacemaker, sorry. They were far happier when they were in the chase. And so, life's going to come down to what you do at the same exact time everybody else has gotten in their life. Does that make sense to you? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So let me say something to you. Why do most people not win then? I think about this all the time. Like, if they all know this, we got this dream, we got the butterflies, we got the company, why do so many people not win? I honestly believe that you get out of life what you believe you deserve. 5 years from now, you are going to get out of this life exactly what you believe you deserve to get. And that is also true of now. So if you don't do something about changing what you think you are worth, you could be a WFG or you could be a school teacher delivering guard, doesn't matter. You will still get the same results out of life based on what you deserve. What we've been trying to do with this monkey show the last 3 days is parade a bunch of people up here who convince you deserve it and can do it too. That's what we're trying to get across. You gotta drop this idea that you can't. You gotta stop worrying about what everybody thinks about you. Because listen to me, if you spend your life worrying about what everybody thinks about you, let me make you a guarantee. Nobody will think about you after you're dead.
Yep.
You will be never thought of again. You'll spend your entire life. I should get a bigger applause than that. That was pretty good. You gotta stop trying to just survive this life. You gotta rise higher. You gotta want to excel. You gotta go for it. You gotta have some belief. The reason people don't win is fear. Fear is this most insidious, terrible disease in mankind. In fact, I believe it causes most other diseases. It pushes you further away from your dream, further away from God. It ages you. It worries you. It creates despair in your life. See, if you continue to give into your fears, you are going to continue to live an average, ordinary life, and you weren't born for that. Let me tell you something. The French have this amazing saying that I love. When we miss people in the U.S., we say, I miss you. The French don't say that. It's beautiful what they say. They say, you're missing from me. Isn't that sweet? I say that to somebody all the time. You're missing from me. Like a piece of them is missing. And we don't know it right now, but there are millions of people around the world right now that feel like something is missing from them. And we have it. It's called hope. It's called an opportunity. It's called a dream. There was a mother that got up this morning somewhere in this country or in Canada. She's a single mom. She's got 2 little girls. And she dropped them off at daycare, and she got in her car, and she's sad. And she's empty. And she's driving to a place where she knows there's no hope. There's no future. She's moved so far away from her dream. She goes to church every Sunday and prays and prays and prays. But she's not connecting to God because she's not chasing anything. She's not after her dream. She reads the scripture. She does what she does. But it doesn't fill her heart because she's not embodying it in her life. And she looks around work and she knows where her future is. She knows where she's not going to go, what she's not going to see, who she's not going to become, what's not going to happen in her life. And she lives every day with emptiness and turmoil. And she doesn't know it yet, but you're missing from her. You are missing from her. The power of WFG is when you get out of yourself and you begin to know what we could do for that other person, to give them